How are all of you? And thank you very much for joining me on this live. So, we decided to do this live more like an open day series where you are able to interact with not just me but also my entire team. We are going to be talking about various aspects that influence your eating habits, your exercise habits, your well-being, and also we are going to be talking about what is it that you can eat in this season while you're trying to lose weight. You know, because it's the last month of 2020, and 2020 has been challenging for all of us. It has kept us home. It has probably made us rethink all of our eating habits. And in January, we not just get into a new year, we also get into winter. And then we start thinking about what is it that we can do so that this time in 2021, when we lose weight, we really lose it for good. We also have preconceived notions in our mind that when we do lose, it's difficult to lose weight in winter. You know, people say those kind of things. So here I'm going to be spending some time talking to you about busting those myths. I'm going to be talking about 5 points that you need to remember so that you're eating and losing weight, because that's really the whole joy of it. You cannot possibly be dieting and losing weight. You have to be eating and losing weight, because if you don't eat, then what's the purpose of life? One day we will all be dead. All of us have probably seen death very, very closely this year. And when we do die, we will not be able to eat. So while we are alive, let's get together and enjoy the food that we have on our plate. I also feel that one of the ways of eating is also an act of patronizing farmers who grow that food for us. Because the more we diet, the more we get removed from our crop cycle, the more we get removed from our culture, from our climate, from our cuisine, and then our farmers have to come on the roads to try and get our attention. All right, so this is the book. It's called Eating in the Age of Dieting. Yeah, and I'm going to be talking to you about what is it that you can do so that you eat and lose weight. In fact, this entire book is about all the secrets that you need to know and that I've been sharing over the last 10 years about how can you eat and lose weight. All right, so number one, if you really want to lose weight, first things first, you must remember that you need to eat and not diet. Now, why should you eat and not diet? Because dekho, sustainability is extremely important. You understand what's the meaning of sustainability? Sustainability essentially means that what you do today, you should be able to do 5 years later, and also 10 years later, and also 50 years later. At least what you do today, you should be able to do for the next 5 months. And when you're doing it for the next 5 months, it should not take a toll on your head, on your heart, on your moods, on your productivity, on your hands. It should help you. All right. So, dur ka socho when you think about losing weight. When you're talking about losing weight, you should eat and not diet. And I'll tell you why. Because you cannot be on a diet even in 2031, but you can surely be eating even in 2031, even in 2041, and even in 2051. So first things first, eat and don't diet, because the act of eating is sustainable. The act of dieting is not. In fact, mera pura ka, my entire business really is based on the fact that most people get tired and fatigued of the diets that they are on. People who believed in calorie restriction about 15 years ago then began to believe in fat restriction, then began to believe in carb restriction, then began to believe in timing restriction. They're still fat. Eventually, they need to eat. चलो खा के ही देखते हैं, क्योंकि बाकी सब कुछ करके हो गया. So this is exactly what we do with our diets and with our life, that we forget the basics और हम लोग तारे ढूंढते हैं. So the best way to get tare is to keep our feet on the ground. So what's the first thing that you need to learn in the last month of 2020 and for the rest of 2021? That you should eat and not be on a diet. All right, that's the most priceless advice that I can ever give to all of you. That's one. Secondly, Every time you look at food, know that eating is not merely an act of consuming carbohydrate, protein, fat, and calories. It's an act of providing self-love, nurture, and respect to your own self. When you're upset with food, essentially you're just deeply upset with yourself. When you're depriving yourself of carbohydrate, protein, or fat, or just long hours of eating, essentially you're just depriving yourself of nurture, of self-worth, and that's not worth it. Anyone who's lived long enough will tell you it's not worth it. It's not worth losing self-worth or self-esteem over anything at all. So please remember that food is a blessing. It's much more than what the food and the weight loss industry tries to reduce it to. The food and the weight loss industry wants to reduce it to carbohydrate, protein, fat, calories. It is, however, a method of providing love and care and nurture to yourself. It is a way of getting together as community. It is a way of protecting the wisdom of cooking that we have received from our grandmothers. And it is a way of celebrating life to its fullest, because life must be celebrated. If nothing else, 2020 has told us life is unpredictable, it's bloody short, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. At least aaj ke din to raja ke tarah jiyo. So food is not carbohydrate, protein, fat. It's all about providing, it's a method of giving yourself love, nurture, self-respect. Now, who doesn't want love, nurture, and self-respect? And exactly like love and relationships, you will invariably find it in places where you're not looking for it. So, we look for love on dating sites and in men and in marriages and stuff. We never find it there. We find it in other places. Sometimes we find it in our work. We find it in being creative. We find it in children. We find it in our friends. We also find it in our partners, but that is only if we have found it in ourselves. So food is that method which allows you to find that love, nurture, and self-worth within yourself. Don't miss out on that and reduce it to carbohydrate, fat, and protein. All right. So that's the second point that you must remember. The third point, and this is extremely important. Every time you want to lose weight, you really need to ask yourself, Kaiko, why do I want to lose weight? ऐसा क्या है जिसके लिए मेरे को वजन कम करने का है? Is this another method of seeking approval of the society? That somehow if I'm thinner, I'll be taken much more seriously. Is it another method of complying to the set norms that हर लड़की पतली, खूबसूरत और गोरी होनी चाहिए? Or is this, I don't know, just another method of challenging yourself that I want to fit in that black dress no matter what, So I'm just going to lose weight. I'm going to lose weight because at the end of weight loss, there is happiness, there is approval, there is God knows what. None of that is at the end of weight loss. You know what is there at the end of weight loss? Some more weight loss. I'm yet to find a person who thinks of themselves as thin enough. Everyone is like, first मेरे को थोड़ा 15 किलो लूज करने का है, उसके बाद में 10, फिर 5, फिर 3, फिर 2, उसके बाद में पब्लिक को दुख होता है even if they gain just 200 grams. So at the end of weight loss lies more need for weight loss. So when you're 50 kilos, you just want to be 49. When you're 49, you just want to be 47. When you're 70, you just want to be 65. It's an endless game. Don't fall for it, I'm telling you. So question your need to weight loss. If it's for compliance, if it's for approval, if it's for squeezing into some kind of a dress, do not do it. If it is for good health, then 100% do it. All right. But then to do it the right way, to do it for health, you also need some education, which is also why, the book that I wrote earlier this year, 12-week fitness project, is something that you've all approved. Thank you very much for that. And you've loved it and it's on your racks. I know. This is the other one that you should be having, Eating in the Age of Dieting, because this will also educate you about the most basic fundamental principle of health. What's the most basic fundamental principle of health? That health comes to you at all ages, at all weights, at all sizes, and in all shapes. Do not let a social media influencer, a magazine cover, a celebrity, a khadus auntie or you know your frenemy tell you that it only comes at a certain weight, at a certain size, at a certain shape, at a certain age. हर उम्र में, हर साइज में, हर शेप में, हर टाइम आप हेल्थ पा सकते हो. हेल्थ इज अ यूनिवर्सल राइट. आइडियली वी शुड ऑल्सो हैव पॉलिटिशियंस वर्किंग फॉर इट, बट करंटली वी विल जस्ट टॉक अबाउट व्हाट इज इट दैट वी कैन डू to get healthier than what we are. Now remember, number 1, you will question why you want to lose weight, and number 2, you will, if you're losing it for weight, know that weight comes, for health, then you will know that health comes at all shapes, sizes and weight. So please get rid of your weighing scale. Be my guest, get rid of your weighing scale. Don't throw it down, it can kill someone. But make sure that your Raddiwala comes to pick it up, and wear a mask when you trade that weighing scale for something really nice that you always wanted to get for yourself. Okay, so make room for this thought in your heart that good health can come at all weights and at all shapes and sizes, because the older you get, the more wiser and mature you should get. If you're getting old, if you're spending time on earth and you're still saying, nay, my motivation comes from losing some weight, then you are just ensuring that you become a bakra for the weight loss industry. So don't become a bakra to the weight loss industry and to the food industry. Become productive, become useful for yourself, for your community and family. And for that you must ensure that you are able to get healthy without boxing it in weight, without boxing it in shape, without boxing it in size. All right, now with all this yarn, what is it that you can finally do to knock that off and keep it off even in 20, 31 and 41 and 51, so that being fit becomes the default and not being fat. नहीं तो अभी तक अपना क्या सीन हो रहा है that year after year we make a resolution to get fit, and year after year we get fatter and fatter and fatter. That's the default. This time what we are going to do is we are just going to do the right stuff. We are going to use our common sense. We are going to keep our feet on the ground so that being fit becomes the default. Year after year we get fitter and fitter. Year after year we free ourselves from size and shape and weight and God knows what. And year after year we just stay fit so that we never need to make a resolution to get fit. We are always fit. Okay, so here are 5 foods that you must ensure that you are eating. Before that, I want to tell you, anytime that anyone tells you that there really is a superfood out there which is going to make you lose weight, ha ha ha. First of all, think about it with complete apprehension. ऐसा ये कौन सा फूड है जो मेरे को मैजिकली वेट लूज करने में मदद करेगा? Mostly it is a new food. It is food that you have not heard of until 5 years ago, or maximum until 10 years ago. So it will be a quinoa, a kale, a arugula, a avocado, an asparagus. सब ऐसे नाम जो प्रोनाउंस करते करते टंग रोल कर करके अंदर ही घुट जाती है. So it will either be a new food or the latest thing which has started happening now. And a little bit I blame myself for it. Right from the time that I started Don't Lose Your Mind, Lose Your Weight, everyone knows कि अभी public educated हो गई है. Everyone is now aware that it has to be local, seasonal, traditional food. पर ये अभी local, seasonal, traditional food को monetize कैसे करें? तो you know what's the latest way of the food industry and the weight loss industry? आप ही के local, seasonal, traditional food को नए तरीके से आपको introduce कर देना. That's how you monetize it. You will see it with many things. Haldi, it was always there in our culture, right from the time we got married to every day in our, as a ritual for shadi, I mean, haldi ki rasam, to every day in dal ka tadka and stuff like that. पर अभी कैसा खाने का हल्दी? First of all, हल्दी को हल्दी नहीं बोलने का. You got to call it something else, like curcumin or turmeric or turmeric. Then you bottle it or powder it or pill it or shot it in a glass. मतलब पब्लिक पहले टकीला का शॉट मारता था, अभी हल्दी का शॉट मारता है. All for its magical properties of being anti-inflammatory, anti-allergic, anti-aging, God knows what. But it is about getting you to consume what was supposed to be consumed in tiny amounts in massive amounts. You will see the exact same thing happening with ghee. घी पहला पब्लिक रोटी पे डालता था, दाल पे डालता था, चावल पे डालता था, पूरन पोड़ी पे डालता था, दाल बाटी पे डालता था. That's our traditional wisdom. First, ghee was bad. अभी ये latest क्या है? What is the latest trend? Ghee is excellent. Everyone should be eating ghee. अरे तुम घी नहीं खाते हो, तुमको घी खाना चाहिए. कैसा? घी का भी शॉट. कॉफी पीने का है, पहला पब्लिक खाली दूध डालता था, अभी दूध नहीं डालने का, घी डालने का. घी एंड कॉफी and drink it. You're supposed to be the coolest thing on earth. Or ghee as a, I don't know, pre-workout drink. Ghee, whatever that you used to have earlier, if it was regulated amounts in certain combinations, now it is dhab amounts for everything. Shadi se shraddh tak, ghee, you know. So that's what they want us to do. Be aware of that and don't fall for those things. What else have we converted to something like this? Everything. I mean, you think about food, you know, it's been reduced to major, if we were having this much of it in regulated amounts, various times in the day, various times in the years, now it is about having dab, you know, and for everything. Yeah. Someone's saying coconut oil. For coconut oil also. First, if it was in various, you know, in certain dishes at certain times, in certain regions of India, अभी कश्मीर से कन्याकुमारी तक, Boston से Bangalore तक, coconut oil के shots मारो because that is going to keep you thin. Well, it doesn't work like that. So food heals, you know, food heals and food allows you to grow and nurture, but you have to respect food. How do you respect food? Number one, food should be called what it is called in its own native language. Food should be consumed in the exact same proportions that your grandmother taught you to. So ingredients, you know, certain ingredients, just because they are the rage now, should not be had in like massive amounts. ऐसा नहीं है that if one चम्मच is good then one glass is excellent. ऐसा नहीं है बॉस, समझ लो, you know. So it's like dating, you know. There are some men, they're just good enough to date. But if you bring them home and just live with them and cut out your interaction with everyone else, your friends, your family, your work, then you can no longer bear them. लड़के का fault के तुम्हारा fault that you gave up everything. Okay? So it's the same thing with all of these ingredients that we are trying to do. I also find these days people having like weird, you know, protein shakes and stuff like that. Sattu hota tha, which, you know, people would get during Tej as a barfi. Now people are drinking it across regions for protein. So don't fall into this trap for eating this for anti-inflammatory, having that for fat burning, having that for this amino acids, having that for this folic acid, having that for, you know, you get my point. Know better. When you know better, you feel better. You know, that's really is the truth. All right, so what is it that you should be eating? Number one, and this is something that you've heard often, eat rice. Rice truly is nice. India has more than 10,000 varieties of rice. Every rice is worth eating. Invariably, when people go on a diet, there are three things that happen to them. Number one, they begin to get sugar cravings. Number two, they begin to lose hair. Number three, they get constipated. ये तीनों का solution है having rice on your plate and eating your rice every single day, because rice will look after your constipation, rice will look after your hair fall, rice will also look after your sugar craving. Now you will ask me how? Well, you know, rice is prebiotic. It doesn't just feed you and your soul, it also feeds all the good bacteria that exists in your body. When all your good bacteria is well fed and when you have diverse societies of good bacteria, आपका सारा metabolism मस्त में चलने लगता है. So after a meal, you no longer feel like eating anything मीठा. That sugar craving dies. You may make a decision to eat a गाजर हलवा, but it's not a craving where अगर अभी मैंने chocolate नहीं खाया तो मैं किसी को फोड़ दूंगी. None of those things happen. Then, you know, rice is also good for hair growth. You will invariably find people who eat a lot of rice traditionally, whether it is Calcutta mein public, or you will find them down south in Kerala and stuff. They have good hair because rice is an integral part of their diet. Rice is an integral part of everyone's diet really. So it nurtures good hair, and rice is also something which is easy to digest. When rice is easy to digest, or when you eat food which is easy to digest, then assimilation of nutrients and excretion of toxins becomes easier. When you're eating food which is tough to digest, that's when excretion of toxins becomes tough. Don't make it tough on yourself to go sit on the pot. 20 मिनट उधर ही हर रोज वेस्ट होता है, तो एक्सरसाइज का टाइम नहीं बचता है. ओके, सो ईट योर राइस और दिल खोल के खाना. कब खा सकते हो? कभी भी खा सकते हो. वैसे when do I eat it, or when do my clients, whether it is Alia Bhatt or Kareena Kapoor or everyone that I work with, eat? We typically eat it for dinner because it's an easier grain to digest. Also, as working women, it's easier, you know, to just make dal chawal and stuff like that. For all the women out there who are eating, who are currently working at home and working from home, it's easy to make dal chawal, it's easy to make khichdi. You must also understand that rice works when it is eaten in the traditional combinations. So what are the traditional combinations of rice? The traditional combinations of rice is dal rice, kadi chawal, khichdi, pulao, paise, kanji, you name it. So, you know, you can have rice like that. You can even have it for lunch. So that's the one food that you must include. The second food that you all must include, and for all those of you who are asking, brown ke white, hand pounded and single polished rice which looks more white than brown, that's the rice that you should be eating. Excuse me. All right. Second, the second food that you should all be eating, ghee. It is important to eat ghee, but again, in the traditional combinations. What are the traditional combinations of ghee? दाल के ऊपर, चावल के ऊपर, रोटी के ऊपर, बाजरा के रोटी के ऊपर, दाल बाटी के ऊपर, पूरन पोड़ी के ऊपर, खाकरा के ऊपर, with a little bit of masala on it. So eat your ghee like the way you're taught to eat ghee. अभी वापस अगर पूछने वाले हो, लेकिन कितना घी खाना चाहिए? उतना घी खाओ that it will enhance the flavor of food. और उतना घी मत खाओ that it will mask the flavor of food. You get that? Enough to enhance and not to mask. Everything is a fine balance, darling. You need to work at it even when you're talking and eating ghee. During this pandemic, one of the things that you all must have figured is that COVID affected the ones with vitamin D deficiency that much more. And vitamin D deficiency comes in because of lack of essential fats in our diet. Ghee is one of those essential fats in our diets which makes it easier for our body to assimilate vitamin D. Adequate vitamin D ensures that your thyroid is functioning properly. When the thyroid functions properly, दिमाग भी अच्छा चलता है, waist line भी sharp रहता है. So make sure that you're eating ghee. That also brings me to the third point. The third point is eat nuts. Okay, nuts are not just a good source of fats and proteins, but also of vitamin B and of fiber. Otherwise हम लोग फाइबर के लिए क्या क्या खाते हैं? पिल खाते हैं, ड्रिंक पीते हैं, फाइबर वाला ड्रिंक. कोई लोग आज तक रोटी में ब्रांड डालते हैं, या ओट्स खाते हैं, या ये सब गोल लेते हैं, you know. But it's so simple. Just a handful of nuts can give you fiber. पर लेकिन हम लोग के फार्मर्स के पास जो के नट्स ग्रो करते हैं, वो नेचुरली ट्रीज पे आते हैं. They don't have the budgets, so they can't really tell you, you know, nuts are full of fiber. The nut का advertisements that you are seeing are not from your local farmers. Okay, your local farmers cannot afford a full page ad. They cannot afford to engage with a celebrity. They cannot afford endorsements. Please remember that. Okay? So a handful of nuts every day. For all those of you who've been affected by the pandemic, by all those of, I mean, all of us have been, but some of us have been affected even in terms of salary cuts. We've had job losses. We've had children who are working were attending school from home online. It's not easy to be at home and work on a screen, to have children at home while they're attending classes online. It's not easy to carry that little burden in your head that, oh God, I hope I don't expose my parents or my children to the infection, I don't bring COVID home and stuff like that. तो स्ट्रेस का लेवल जो है हम सब लोगों का बढ़ गया है. And you know what is the one nut which can help you keep the stress down? A handful of cashews. Cashews actually help you de-stress. A handful of cashews help you de-stress. और हम लोग खाते नहीं है cashews, या फिर हम लोग सिर्फ तभी खाते हैं जब हम लोग दारू पीने वाले होते हैं. और हम लोग ये मानते हैं कि दारू हमारे हार्ट के लिए अच्छा है और कैशूज हमारे हार्ट के लिए बुरा. दैट इज हाउ डीप रूटेड द इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ द फूड वेट लॉस इंडस्ट्री एंड द मीडिया इज ऑन ऑल ऑफ अस. सो यू नो व्हाट इज बुरा फॉर योर हार्ट? द एल्कोहल, फिर वो कौन सा भी हो, वाइन, वोडका, रम, विस्की, विन, जिन, जो भी, थर्रा, all of that is bad. And you know what is good for the heart? A handful of nuts are good for the heart. Even the cashews are good for your heart. Have I lost my mind? No, not yet. You know, cashews are good for the heart. So is coconut. Coconut is also good for the heart, and peanuts are also good for the heart. So when should you eat your nuts? You can eat your nuts first thing in the morning. That's a good time to eat them. You can also eat your nuts as a mid-meal. You know, sometimes when you're on endless webinars and they're just not getting over, but they've asked you to keep your screen on, so you're not really able to eat anything. But you need to eat a little something so that your lunch doesn't get endlessly delayed, and then at the evening 5 o'clock you do not land up with a headache and bloating. And for all those of you who also, you're thin in the morning, but by the time it's evening you get fatter. Now, all of you should be eating a handful of nuts as your mid-meal, you know. So between 4 and 6 is a good time. You can have cashews or you can just have mixed dry fruits. And I'll tell you what I have. I have peanuts. I have khara singdana. Khara singdana is the best thing that one can ever have. Sasta, sundar, tikau, mazedar. So khara singdana is what I like to have. So you can also try it and see whether you like it or not, so that when people say, "Hey, where do you get all your energy from?" It's from that khara singdana that I'm eating in the afternoon. I mean between 4 and 6. Okay? So make sure that you're eating your nuts. Then the one more thing that you must eat to lose weight is chutneys, homemade chutneys. One of the sessions is also going to be by my mother, Rekha Devekar. She's going to be talking about how traditional recipes can help you lose weight. But these chutneys that we make at home, whether it is of peanut, whether it is of lasan, whether it is of arshi, whether it is of avla, whether it is, these wide varieties of chutneys that we make, each one of these chutneys is actually a spicy and a creative way of providing our body with micro minerals like selenium, zinc, chromium. And these minerals actually help you keep your insulin sensitive. So if you are one of those types who feels कि मेरा skin थोड़ा patchy हो रहा है, या मुझे menopause हो रहा है, या मेरे को PMS भी हो रहा है, या very simply my बच्चे are at that pre-adolescent stage. So for all those of you who have children in the age group of 8 to 13, or if you are perimenopausal or menopausal, or if you simply have inflammation, you know what is inflammation, or even IBS. Inflammation मतलब कभी कभी हम लोग सुबह उठते हैं and we look like we've aged by 10 years. Or we have IBS. IBS is the irritable bowel syndrome, where we don't know कि आज अपने साथ क्या होने वाला है, constipation के diarrhea. So for all of us, what works well is homemade chutneys. Homemade chutneys are an excellent source of a daily dose of micro minerals. Remember, they are not packaged as a pill, so they don't come, there is no packaging which tells you this is hashtag immunity booster, but it is really the immunity booster. It comes from our kitchens and it belongs to our time-tested wisdom. Adopt it, embrace it, open your heart for it, taste it, dil pighal jayega. So try that. And the last food that you must ensure is also there on your plate, please do not miss out on it, is a fresh fruit every single day. नथिंग लाइक अ बनाना. बनाना तो 12 महीना सीजन में रहता है. इट्स लाइक प्यार, जैसे कि प्यार का सीजन 12 महीना रहता है, वैसे ही बनाना 12 महीना सीजन के लिए सीजन में रहता है. But in this season, there is also amrud, there is sitafal, there are a host of, local fruits which are available right now. There is also that little, bora. Bora is what it is called in Marathi. Those small ones, there will be many. Huh?
बेर.
बेर, या. सो बेर भी है अभी सीजन में, तो बेर भी खाओ. तो जो सीजन में फ्रूट है वो ज़रूर खाओ. वाई शुड यू हैव द सीजनल फ्रूट? बिकॉज दैट इज द डोज ऑफ वाइटामिन्स. यू सॉ द मिनट वी गॉट दिस होल पैंडमिक, विटामिन सी केमिस्ट के शॉप से गायब हो गया. किसने लिया? हम लोग ने लिया. लेकिन हम लोग फ्रेश फ्रूट्स उतने ही प्यार से खाते हैं क्या? नो. When it comes to our own local regional fruits, we are constantly worried, अरे यार इसमें शुगर है, इसमें ये है, उसमें वो है, उसमें हमको सब कुछ प्रॉब्लमैटिक ही लगता है. इवन ऑरेंज इज रियली गुड. अभी तो वैसे आंवला का भी, आंवला ऑल्सो यू कैन ईट. बट seasonal regional fruits are a treasure of all the vitamins that nutrition science has discovered and the ones that it hasn't even discovered as yet. Besides, they are great to taste, they enhance your digestion, they really ensure that your enzymes, your digestive fluids work at optimum. They make sure that your nails look like the way they should be, so that when you put a zip or you pick a bag, you're not breaking anything and stuff like that. So eat a local fruit also. All right, so please make sure that all of these things are on your plate, so that you're eating and losing weight, because that's what human beings need to do. Correct? You should eat and lose weight. डाइट करके तो गधा भी लूज कर सकता है वेट, लेकिन फॉर अ ह्यूमन बीइंग you must make sure that you're eating and losing weight, because that's when you will be healthier, that's when you will be much more productive, that's when you will actually make the most of your home, work and family life. So you really want to make the best out of your life. Make sure that you're eating all of these things. Thank you very much for watching. I am going to be taking a few questions, so don't go anywhere just yet. Okay, so questions now. Yes, you have a question. By the way, thank you very much for everyone who's also watching me on FB Live. I know that I've been looking at Insta Live, but you are also in my heart as much as everyone on Insta is.
Okay, so the most common question is that can everyone who has diabetes or PCOD or thyroid or heart health eat rice and fruits and ghee and everything else that you mentioned?
Everyone, irrespective of the condition that you have, whether it is IBS or diabetes or PCOD or thyroid or weight loss and stuff like that, can you all actually eat all of these things? Can you eat the rice? Can you eat the local fruit? Can you eat the nuts? Can you eat the ghee? The answer is yes, you can all eat it. Okay, eat it in the combinations that it is traditionally eaten. Otherwise what happens is, when we are eating Mari biscuit, we never ask this question, can I eat this? We don't seem to ask. The only time that we have any confusion is when the food that we are talking about comes from our farms. It is being cooked in our kitchens and it belongs to our traditional recipes. Isn't that interesting? Now is also the undio season. बहुत सारा पब्लिक सोचेगा अरे undio हेल्दी है क्या? हम लोग ये सोचते हैं कि undio हेल्दी है क्या? Now think, aglio olio pasta हेल्दी है क्या? सोचा है क्या आपने? हम लोग सोचते ही नहीं है, because anything that the weight loss and the food industry sells us, anything जो हम लोग फोन पर ऑर्डर कर सकते हैं ऑनलाइन और हमारे घर पे पहुंच जाता है, उसके हेल्दी और अनहेल्दी के बारे में हम लोग सोचते ही नहीं है. बट एनीथिंग where we use farm produce and where we cook in our own kitchens and we use traditional recipes that we have received free of cost from our nanis and dadis, उधर ही क्वेश्चन आ जाता है. और ये क्वेश्चन क्यों आता है? This question comes to, unfortunately, the rich people of developing economies. It comes to the affluent of former colonies. So high time we tell ourselves that we were a colony 70 years ago, or longer actually, more than 70 years ago. Now at least we must start rejoicing in our own local native food, so that we all develop our diverse eating habits, we support our local farmers, we give the respect to the traditional wisdom which we have received so freely, and we actually adopt our haldi doodh before it is called hashtag turmeric latte or golden milk. इतना तो कर ही सकते हैं ना हम लोग, तो at least let's start with the basics. Okay, all right. A question from here: eating whole wheat bread, is that okay? Well, yeah, you can eat bread, but you know, if you are eating bread like a sandwich or something on the go, then that's fine. Don't eat bread 2 or 3 times in the day. Once a day in your work life you're eating bread, I have no problem with that. Or फिर कौन सा भी bread खाओ, white, blue, yellow, purple, up to you. All right. There's another question which, please give menstrual remedies and hormones के लिए क्या कर सकते हैं. We are doing a full session for that. It's called eating for hormonal balance. Okay, so you can very much please follow that. Can I have turmeric milk after dinner? Yes, that is the traditional time for haldi doodh. Haldi doodh ka traditional time is the night cap. And there was one more which I liked, but in the meanwhile, GP, you can ask me.
A lot of questions about acidity.
Oh yeah, a lot of questions about acidity, and I also had a question about similar to acidity. Now I'm unable to find it. All right. See, the best way to deal with acidity is to prevent acidity. And how do you prevent acidity? Number one, by ensuring that you're not doing an excess of chai and coffee. Okay, anything more than 2 or 3 cups of tea or coffee is going to harm you. Starting your day with chai and coffee, having chai and coffee instead of a meal, having chai and coffee even after 4 o'clock in the evening, all of these are short ways of increasing acidity. तो पहला तो ये बंद करो. Okay. Secondly, when you're having your tea or coffee, have it the way you're meant to have it. You know, with the sugar, with the milk, with whatever. नहीं तो sugar निकालोगे, काले को गोरा, you know, हरा करोगे या white करोगे या purple करोगे, and then you will say, oh, this is good for weight loss. It's not good for weight loss. Overdoing anything including exercise is not good for weight loss. Okay, so don't overdo your chai or coffee. Have your meals on time. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, your mid meals, because that's one of the best ways of avoiding acidity. The 12-week fitness project will give you a full-fledged plan of exactly how to plan your meals. Eating in the age of dieting will give you home remedies for dealing with acidity, bloating and constipation. So look that up and know that the best way to avoid acidity is to prevent acidity. Not overdo chai, coffee, even chocolates. Don't overdo them. Don't eat only chocolates. And the third thing is, eat your meals on time. Don't keep a long gap between meals. Whenever your lunch is getting delayed because you're on a webinar or something, eat a banana or eat a fresh fruit, so that your lunch अगर late भी हो गया तो भी शाम तक acidity नहीं होनी चाहिए. Dinner को time पे खाओ between 7 and 8 p.m. in the evening, and then there will be no acidity. Lastly, for acidity, sleep on time. You know, any time that you don't sleep on time, you must expect acidity. So अगर time पर नहीं सोने वाले हो तो acidity क्यों नहीं होएगी? Acidity 100% होएगी. Okay, so just the very basics, please.
Lot of questions about what kind of milk to have, and also if we are lactose intolerant.
If you're lactose intolerant but you begin to eat like the way we've discussed today, then over a period of time you will actually be able to deal with lactose. When it comes to ghee, remember ghee is lactose free, so you can totally have your ghee. Even dahi and chas, no problem with that. Okay, you can have that. What kind of milk should you have? Have the milk which comes from a local dairy. Have the milk which doesn't really enter a bottle or a Tetra Pak or a plastic bag before it gets delivered to your homes. So patronize a local dairy. That's the best way to have your milk. वैसे मेरे को I get a milkman every day. मेरा घर पे सुबह bell बजता है. The first bell is rung by my milkman. I take a patila and give it to him. He gives me milk and we say, okay, hi, hello, bye, कैसा चल रहा है life इधर उधर. and that's how my day starts. Okay, because like I said, food is much more. It's also about all of us coming together as a community. It's about strengthening the bonds in the community. अभी ऐसा ही अगर टेट्रा पैक मिल्क आ गया तो you don't even know कौन है, इसके पीछे क्या हो रहा है, क्या हालत है सबका या और वर्ल्ड का. Okay, so basics really, hashtag basics, that should really be the title, I think, of this session.
People are asking that if you're recovering from corona, is there anything special they can do?
Well, if you're recovering from corona, is there anything special that you can do? Number one, stay well hydrated. Okay, don't go low on water. Number two, make sure that you're just eating home cooked food. I'll tell you some of the traditional recipes for recovery have been eating rice paise or kanji, eating khichdi, dal khichdi, avla muramba with roti, eating shira, suji halwa as it is called. That is also one of the traditional methods of accelerating recovery. Make sure that you're sleeping on time. Don't be on a mad rush to get back to your exercise program. Okay, so start at 20 or 30% of intensity and then build it up over a period of time. So if you follow all of those basics, then you will have a good recovery post COVID. Okay, but watch over yourself. If there is something that you are unable to do, don't force yourself to do it. Give yourself a couple of extra days.
For Indians living outside India, any special tips?
For Indians living outside of India, any special tips? Ghar aa jao, that's my one special tip. But no, for Indians living abroad, we even did a special series called the NRI series. I feel that Indians living abroad have the opportunity, if they choose to really make the best of both the worlds. So do make sure that you're eating your traditional foods, that your legumes, dals, pulses, grains, spices, oils, all of this can be and should be a representation of where you grew up and what you ate traditionally. And then for all of the fresh produce, which is milk or meat or eggs or fresh fruits, vegetables, dairy, that needs to be local. So out there also support your farmers market, buy more from what is in season and what grows locally. Okay, especially when you're when you're having friends over, make sure that you're eating and cooking something that belongs to your tradition. That way everyone gets to have a taste of your culture really. And the last tip, the last question that I am going to answer is, what is the best food, what is the best oil that one must have? The best oil that one can have is the kache ghani ka or the single pressed or what is also called as the cold pressed oil. Now our recipes and our cuisine has evolved in sync with our culture, crop cycle, climate. Okay, तो हमारे सारे दाल इंडिया में I don't know कितने प्रकार की बनती रहेगी. Maybe a crore of varieties we may have of dal. We haven't had the chance to even document it. Now every dal is actually fine tuned to that region's cooking oil. So if you are in Kerala, it is coconut oil. If you are here in Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh or Karnataka and stuff, then it is largely groundnut oil. If you are higher up in North India, northeast of India, then it is mustard oil. So it is mustard, groundnut, coconut, depending on the region and the cuisine that you follow. It is also til oil in the season. Ghee is also one of the cooking mediums that we use. These are some of the healthy oils that you should be using while you're cooking. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. It's been wonderful connecting with you. Everyone, not just me, but everyone in my team is very, very happy and excited about meeting with you. And thank you for joining us in the Eating in the Age of Dieting series. I'm now passing the baton to my teammate Jinal Shah, who will be joining you tomorrow and talking about exercise. She will talk about exercise and tell you why exercise, how can you eat so that you actually get the return on investment for your exercise. That way you don't feel that मैं exercise तो कर रही हूँ पर कुछ हो नहीं रहा है. तो कैसे exercise से सब कुछ होगा वो आपको बताएगी Jinal Shah tomorrow at 5 o'clock. She will join you from her Insta handle and we will also go live from my Facebook. So Jinal, please in the hot seat, please.
Thank you. See you guys tomorrow sharp at 5.
All right, bye bye.